What is going on, guys? It's Sam here, back with another banger video. It is currently 2 a.m. I had just gotten off from like a 5-hour stream, and I've been editing YouTube videos and clips for the better part of the rest of the night. Thank you guys for everyone watching the streams and everyone commenting on my YouTube videos, liking my YouTube videos, whatever. And that is very, very cool to have a small community start to grow, you know? But I was just streaming. I had just gotten off YouTube, and I was just kind of searching about like new ways to edit YouTube videos in good ways, right? And a thought came across my mind. A thought that was very provoking and very annoying to think about. And I just kind of had to make this YouTube video tonight because, I mean, to be honest, I just can't really get it out of my head. I've just been sitting here like, man, I should make a YouTube video about this, right? And the premise of this video is just to kind of talk about the state of YouTube and the state of Twitch and why it's in a bad place. I don't think YouTube has been in a good place for almost a decade. All right, I think it's 2016, 2017, 2018, maybe 2019, where it was still in a really good, authentic place. And the same can be said for Twitch for quite a few years now. I don't think it's been in a good place. I think there's a lot of issues with both. So today, I wanted to dive into YouTube first. So for my example today, I have Minecraft 100 days. I think it was 2016, 2017, maybe 2018, maybe the pandemic, I don't even know. But Luke the Notable updated and posted a 100 days in Minecraft video. That video blew up, went mega viral. What was it? It was Luke the Notable with basic, normal, standard editing, just talking and having fun in Minecraft across 100 days. It wasn't super hyper optimized. It wasn't super loud. He wasn't some, British dude screeching into the mic 24/7 to get views. He didn't have any insane thumbnails with bright, flashy things and crazy titles. No. He wasn't playing these stupid mods. He wasn't cheating his videos to post them earlier. He was just being Luke, just being himself. And yeah, all of his videos afterwards have been a complete content farm. It's literally just been him doing 100 days in this, 100 days in that. But it's him being him. It's him being authentic, at least in the content itself. Now, okay, yeah, the content he's doing, the content he's making, that specific type, yeah, it's a little bit of a content farm. But at the same time, like, who cares? Luke the Notable, he's cool, he's unique. Now look at where everyone else is. Again, it's usually these British young teenage dudes, "Oh, la 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 la," screaming into the mic the entire time with these big captions and huge thumbnails, and they're really trying to engage with a younger audience. They're trying to retain viewers and likes and streams and whatever to get views so they can make money, so they can get their AdSense. And it just feels soulless. Like, it just feels so corporate and fake. Like, these guys do not go about every day screeching into the mic. They're dang good, talented editors. I'll give them that. For those who actually edit themselves and don't have an editor to do it for them. They're talented. They're very talented people. But again, the whole, they're just being a character the entire time. There's no authenticity in what they're making, like there is with Luke. There's no authenticity of who they are either. They're all the same. Genuinely. Go watch, I'm not going to name names, but go watch one Minecraft 100 Days channel and then go watch the next. How many differences could you tell? Their voice, maybe the specific, spin on the 100 days. But at the end of the day, it's just going to be the same type of dude yelling into the mic, trying to get your attention, and it's just bad. So that's my example for YouTube, and I feel like that really translates to YouTube as a whole very well. In the beginning, or in the midlife of YouTube, if you will, like 2014 to 2018, really, it was cool. I thought it was cool, at least. Maybe that's just because when I was growing up with YouTube, but there was a lot of authenticity there, I feel. A lot of people just being themselves, posting content that was very unique and fresh and unique to them. But now, as we've gotten, midway through the 2020s, it feels like everyone's just copying what the old guys did. There are so many fake Mr. Beast channels where it's just these super highly edited, big, produced, humongous things. There are so many people who try and make the same gaming content. Mecha Chameleon blew up like a week ago. Or not a week ago, like a month ago. And everyone's been making YouTube videos on it because they're trying to get popular, and because that's a popular game. They're trying to clip farm, they're trying to make it big. You know, same thing happened when Lethal Company or Content Warning came out. Everyone just joined up these friend slop games to just spam content. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of that style of content. I'm still sick of everyone copying off of each other or off of old dudes who did it before. There's no uniqueness in the YouTube videos or the style of videos. And what I searched up was like kind of how to be more unique in my editing. Because I'll be honest, it's just quick cuts and, meme sounds for my shorts. Like, I'm not unique in what I'm doing right now. But I also have to be honest with you guys. Like, I'm trying to become a creator who is unique. I want to find a style that I like, that feels like it's mine, and then promote that style and use that in all of my videos. If that's using specific songs or specific editing cuts, if that's me, talking about specific content that's important to me, or streaming a certain way, or making, gaming videos a certain way. So be it. I just want to be more unique. That's what I strive for. I don't strive for making it big yet. Yet, emphasis on yet. I do want this to turn into something. Now, at the end of the day, I would still stream, I would still make videos if I got only a few views. I talked about that in an earlier video. But still, I do want to make it bigger. I would appreciate, being appreciated, right? Everyone likes validation. It's like seeing your favorite art piece get some views and some likes on Pinterest, right? It's a little validating. You're like, man, people like this. That's what happens whenever one of my YouTube videos cracks like 500 views. I'm like, man, people really actually liked this. Every time someone sends a nice comment, or my chatters who go into Twitch, I have like 2 of them who come into every single stream pretty much. I'm like, man, they actually like me. They like my content. That's nice, you know? But right now, I'm just trying to find my unique, type of, talking, of editing, of content in general, so that I'm not looked at as just another one of those streamers, just another one of those LARPers, just another one of those, YouTube channels. I don't want to be looked at like that. I really don't. And I feel like I could have made a choice when that other video blew up and got like 4,000 views. It's almost at 5,000, which is crazy. Thank you guys. But I could have just kind of gone the Jet Franzen route and just pumped out a ton of philosophical life stories to make money. But instead I just decided, you know what? No, I want to just test the waters, see what works for me, what's fun, what you guys like to watch, you know? And so this has been a whole big rant, kind of transitioning from YouTube to Twitch to me, right? And I've talked about streaming briefly, but I want to talk about Twitch as a whole now. Now, Twitch, I will be honest, isn't the best platform. When you go into streaming, think about the biggest names. Jinxie, Queso. We'll use those 2 specifically for an example here because they're the first that came to mind, which I think is indicative of them being huge. Both of them average like 40,000 concurrent viewers every stream. But there's something wrong with the way all these big streamers do things. I don't see any authenticity. I don't see any uniqueness within them. At least for most of these guys. I go to Jinxie's stream. He's dancing, yelling, letting himself get rage baited, reacting to clips, and just screaming the entire time, making a ton of sexual jokes and whatever. I go to Queso's stream. What's he doing? What do you think he's doing? He's playing horror games and he's yelling and screeching in pain and talking about his, oh man, my IP got leaked, chat. Oh, that guy needs to get banned. We'll see you in court, buddy. This sucks. Let me play Wordle, right? Like, it's just the same exact content farm every single stream. And I think there is a bit of a fine line to play here. You have to appease your audience. You have to do things that your audience is going to actually view, right? Because otherwise, like, you're just going to fail, right? But at the same time, you should be yourself. And I feel like these streamers nowadays, they're not themselves. These YouTubers nowadays, they're not themselves. They're not specifically themselves in a unique way, at least. Like, they don't try to be unique, to try and be authentic. Streamers, like Queso again, like, sure, yeah. Queso seems like a genuine dude, and he does seem like a nice stand up guy. But Queso does things that every other streamer does, at least the big ones. He just screams most of the time, is yelling, being super loud and crazy, playing the exact same games that he knows his content would benefit from, and you know, just being himself, I guess, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, okay? Like, there's nothing wrong with being yourself, of course, but he's being himself in a fake way, if that makes sense. Like, the stuff he says, he's not trying to impersonate someone else, but he is exaggerating to crap. He's just yelling the entire time. And it's like, man, what are we doing? Why? Why do we have to be yelling this entire time? Jinxie, again, dances crazy, lets himself get rage baited, does the exact same games, collabs with the exact same creators, and then just yells the entire time and makes sexual jokes. Why? Because it gets views, because he knows his audience. And again, credit to them. I'm not jealous. I wish I had more viewers, but I have to grow that. I have to change up some stuff, be a better streamer. But these dudes, they all work the same way. They stream for a few hours every day. They spam post clips, or they have people who spam post clips to continue to grow, to continue to have an audience. They play the exact same type of games, or the exact same, literally the same game, every single day because it's getting views, because people like them for it. And it's just, I don't see authenticity. I'm going to be honest. I don't see authenticity when Queso plays 4 AI generated horror games every single day. I don't see authenticity. And you can tell, he doesn't seem to really love it. He loves the stream, he loves getting big, but he doesn't seem to love playing horror games. And I think there's actually a clip out there of him literally saying, if it weren't for stream liking them, he would never play horror games. Like, he doesn't like them. He doesn't like what he's streaming. But he does it because his fans like it, and it's because it's fun because his fans like it. He doesn't like playing the horror games, and I'm like sitting here like, what are we doing? Why aren't we're at a point where we're not even doing stuff we like anymore? We're just doing stuff to fit in, to make money, to get big. And there's nothing wrong with wanting money, but as the Bible verse, I forget which Bible verse, shame on me because it's popular, but there's a Bible verse in the Bible that goes, the love of money is the root of all evil. And it feels like a lot of these streamers, a lot of these YouTubers just love money, and they just want money, they want fame, they want popularity. And that's evil. You shouldn't do everything because you want to be big, because you want to make money. Not to try and separate myself, because at the end of the day, I'm a much worse entertainer. My streams are less high energy than Queso or Jinxie's. You're probably not going to have quite as much fun watching my stream as you are watching a Jinxie or a Queso stream. But when I stream, it's literally just me playing games that I feel like playing and having fun with them and just enjoying the game. And yeah, maybe there are moments within the game, like I've said, where I'm, a little more, energetic, like when I'm playing dice. Because that way, there's some funny stuff to the stream. The streamers are engaged. Even I do pandering. But, like, on the whole, again, I play a game that's not super popular in the streamer world. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Usually at the times that I play, there's like 1,000 people in total watching people play that game. It's not popular. I'm not playing Fortnite or Rocket League or a horror game. But people, like, I'm doing it because I don't care what people think. I want to have fun, and I love that game. And I play it and I have fun, and the streamers, the viewers of my stream, if you will, they like watching it, it seems. And I just don't understand. I really just don't get it. What's the point of streaming? What's the point of spending your entire life just being fake? Or just being an extremely fake, exaggerated version of yourself? You're literally just LARPing this character so you can make views, so you can make money, so you can be cool. I'm just sick of it. And I think that's valid to be sick of, at least in the streaming sense. And then again, we already went over the YouTube videos. No one's themselves anymore. Where's the Markipliers, the Jacksepticeye's, the Corys? Where are these guys? People put Queso and Jinxie and all these, all these guys up here on their Mount Rushmore of YouTubers. And it's like, no, these guys are not PewDiePie. These guys are not Markiplier. Like, Markiplier is himself fully. His insanely great personality. He's just a good entertainer. And he is himself 100% of the time, in my opinion. At least from what I've watched of him. You know, PewDiePie, 100% himself at all times. At least from what I've watched. He, these dudes, these new guys like Queso and Jinxie and whatever, they're not themselves. Like, there's just something about them that's just different. And again, shout outs to them, right? Like, they're hard workers. They're funny. They're cool. They're cool dudes. But something just feels wrong there. And I've been yapping for long enough. You guys get the point of this video. I just wish YouTube was in a different state. And I wish Twitch, by extension, was in a different state. I wish when I went onto a Twitch panel to look at the most viewed guys, they weren't all doing the exact same thing. All right. I wish when I got into a stream, it wasn't just people dancing and then playing horror games or clip farming or doing IRL garbage. Like, I wish I wasn't logging into a stream that was the exact same as like 5 other dudes. I wish that wasn't the case. I wish when you went to a stream, it was, someone unique doing what they love, playing a game unique to them that they love. And I just don't get it. I don't get why people LARP for a living. I don't get why people stream, and be this fake or exaggerated person for a living. I don't get why YouTubers trying to, literally, like, it feels like just copy pasting what everyone else has done to make videos so that you can make money. I don't get it. What's the point of living a life that isn't yours? What's the point of living a life that's been drawn out by someone else, I guess? That's what I mean. Because there is none. Because at the end of the day, you're just living someone else's life at that point. But yeah, that's what I had to say. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you guys all the support again on the YouTube videos, on the Twitch streams. You guys are amazing. And again, I've been trying to search for this kind of unique editing style, this unique kind of version of myself. So hopefully I can, kind of implement that and be a more unique person, because I know it would sound rich if I just posted a ton of like slop every single day for the rest of my life. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.